everyone, it's me, Whiplashthesnake here, bringing you yet another life story video, and well, today is going to be quite an interesting one. Not really a normal one, because this one is spread out along a long period of time. I mean, we're talking an entire semester worth of high school here, so yeah, it's a pretty long story, but I'm gonna try and make it as short as I possibly can. And this life story, once again, was brought to you by Twitter. It was another poll. It was actually a pretty close one this time. You guys were pretty split on this one. So yeah, remember, if you guys want to ever participate in whatever these life stories may be and choose whichever ones you want to hear first, make sure to go follow me on Twitter. I have the @ on screen right now. Don't worry, I post somewhat entertaining shit posts, so if you want to, go ahead follow it. Please, I am still yet to reach 1,000 followers. My ego is in shambles. And also, before we get into the story today, I do have to give a massive shout out and thank you to Nearbase. Thank you so much for submitting this gameplay footage. Remember, if you'd like to submit gameplay footage of your own to be used in a future life story video, all you have to do is record it, post it on YouTube, and then send me the link to it, and I'll use it in a future video. But anyways, guys, I've idled long enough. Let's just get right into the story, okay? So this one takes place in my senior year of high school. Now you guys already know how I deal with school. You know, I'm not really the best student, so it was near the end of the year at this point. There was only 2 quarters left. I was basically already almost done. I didn't give a shit anymore, and during this year, my very first period happened to be video production class. I had basically taken the class because, well, I didn't want to really work in the beginning of the day, and I thought it would just be a nice break class. Because, believe it or not, at this time in my life, I actually wasn't really interested in making videos. It just wasn't something that I enjoyed doing too much. Of course, I had known how to do it, but I just didn't really enjoy doing it all the time. And normally, I had heard from a bunch of other students that you didn't really do much in the class, especially with the teacher that taught it. Now, if you go way back on my channel, you can actually see this teacher in particular, because he actually helped out with one of my extra credit assignments that I needed to do for Spanish so that I could actually pass the class. And yeah, it was actually pretty cool. He was a really cool teacher, and a lot of times we wouldn't even have to do much in his class. He'd give you an assignment to do, and it would basically be like, alright, you're gonna make a video, this is the type of video I want you to make it. And because he didn't really give anyone a time limit ever, these assignments lasted for months. I mean literal months. Seriously, for one video, he would give us 2 or 3 months to actually put it together. It was fucking insane, honestly. And normally, with how I normally do my videos and actually put them together, I would finish these video projects the first day they were assigned. And from that day forth, I would just basically sit in the classroom and watch YouTube the entire time. Now keep in mind, this was my first period, and a lot of times it was just like I was trying to wake myself up because school is way too fucking early in the morning. Need at least something to keep you awake, and YouTube was the thing that kept me awake. Now the reason these videos often took so long for other people to make is because they would do the exact same thing, only they wouldn't make their video. Now on the last week where the teacher's like, alright, you have to get this done, you have to turn it in this week, they shamble together some piece of shit video that's 2 minutes long and in all reality should have only taken them 2 hours max to produce. Seriously, I don't think there was one video that wasn't just raw footage put together back to back. I'm not kidding, no work went into these people's videos. It was kind of like in my YouTuber reviews, the people that would get a 2 out of 10. Yeah, that's the type of videos we're talking about. Yet somehow they would still get like an 80% on the video, and I would lose all faith in humanity. But seriously though, if it wasn't for the slackers in that class, well, we would probably have done about 20 video assignments, but really all year we ended up doing about 4. But so we had this teacher the entire year, and really he didn't care about shit. Which for, I guess, a school that's not good, but for everyone else he was entertaining as fuck and everyone loved him. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory on where things went wrong with this teacher. So it was getting around time for spring break, and you know, we had just submitted one of our video projects, and about the week before we went on break, the teacher had gotten a deal with some advertising company, and he needed people to help him film this advertisement. And being one of the people that actually got shit done in his class, he actually asked me to go around and help him film and act in it. So I agreed, and then after school we were all supposed to go down to his classroom, everyone who was going to be helping, and we were all going to go down to this nearby park. And by nearby I mean like 2-3 miles, so we ended up taking his car along with all the equipment in it. And keep in mind, this teacher had a very fancy car, okay? He had a fucking Mustang. And that shit was his pride and joy, okay? He loved revving that engine. He loved just going all around, just speeding and going fast. Honestly, it's a shame that his car was black instead of blue, because he was a gamer. The Sonic memes would have been aplenty. And so we drive to this park, you know, he goes as fast as he can. He's revving his engine, you know, speeding up and going fast as much as he could. But, you know, being the teens that we were, and him just cracking jokes the entire time, we didn't really give a shit. You know, everyone was having a great time. And, you know, we get to the park, we film it, we go back, and everything is completely fine up to that point. We all go home, we go on our break eventually, and then we come back. And immediately, we notice something that is very different. The teacher that the entire school basically known and loved, he didn't show up, and normally, he never misses a class, okay? He had been there every single day of the year. Like, the guy never missed class. He hadn't missed class the entire 3 years he had been working there. And so basically all the kids in the room start asking the substitute, which happened to be a basketball teacher, where our teacher went. And he says, oh, the teacher's on vacation, don't worry about it. And so everyone was like, okay. Second day goes by, still the substitute. Okay. Third day goes by, still the substitute. And eventually, after an entire week, everyone's wondering, what the fuck is going on? Where is he? Because other than the, oh, he's on vacation, we had heard absolutely none of the news. Now keep in mind that this teacher was basically a school celebrity. Everybody at the school absolutely loved this guy. Everybody but the principal, but we'll get into that in a second. And so we really start asking this basketball coach, like, hey, what happened to our teacher? Where is he? It's been a week. He's still on vacation? Where is he? Seriously, we were confused at this point, like, where the fuck did the teacher go? And eventually the teacher started to say, like, oh, he may not be coming back, something came up. And you know, this kind of concerned everyone a lot more, like, what the fuck happened? Did something bad happen to him? Is he okay? Did Sonic go too fast? Did he end up in jail? And eventually everyone started questioning him so much that the actual principal had to come into the room and actually give everyone the full story. And one of the reasons that she said when she was doing it is that he wasn't following the school's guidelines well enough, and also that she had heard that he was transporting students off of school campus. And because of this, he was fired, and that he was not allowed to return to the school. And basically this devastated everyone. Everyone wanted him back because, you know, he was the best teacher ever. Seriously, he would just joke around all class. It was great. Everyone loved it. And really, for every single video project that we did, even though there weren't that many because of, you know, the slackers in the room, he actually promoted creativity and individualism and allowed people to improv things, which, you know, I think is actually extremely important when you're doing a video class. You can't have a strict by-the-book regiment, because seriously, at that point, you're just making what could be a fun hobby into something that, well, people assume is just hard work and people don't really enjoy it that much. Especially if you're being forced to make a video in a style that you don't care about, being able to put your own spin on it really helps. By the way, this other teacher, the substitute one, he didn't allow that at all, and it basically made every single person in the room hate editing. It was very bad, and for the last quarter of the entire year, everyone basically hated this class. Because this teacher had absolutely no idea what he was doing. He didn't know editing at all. He was just a basketball coach. He had no passion for editing. He didn't care what anyone did in it. He was given a textbook and he's like, alright, you need a storyboard, you need to do script, I want to know what shot you're using here, I want to know what shot you're using here. He wanted us to plan out the entire video, piece for piece, so that he knew what to expect when the video came out, and if we deviated any from what we put on the paper, well, you basically got an F, fuck you. Even if you talked about something a little bit touchy in your script, he'd say no, go back, rewrite it. There was absolutely no creativity allowed now. The thing is, he had absolutely no idea how to run this class either. He had other students literally helping him teach. What the fuck? This guy was not a good teacher, and he didn't promote at all what video making is about, and it made everybody hate the class so much, and I have so many stories about this one person, but I'm gonna save them for later, okay? Because this guy, this teacher, he was the fucking worst, okay? Seriously, if your video class was taught by anybody like him, or even had any similarities to what he did in the class, well, you probably hate editing, you never want to pick it up in your life. You probably think making a video is the most grueling process in the world that involves absolutely no fun whatsoever. When actually it's the other way around. But yeah, that's the story of how my teacher literally got fired for, you know, taking students along and having them film with him. When, you know, we're 17, 18-year-old young adults and we can basically make our own decisions. No, fuck you, you're still at school, you're not allowed to do shit. Especially if it's in the name of making entertainment. So moral of the story, schools hate fun and they will fuck you over if you ever try and have it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, and if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. I would love a new addition to the Snake Army. Make sure to check out yesterday's video. It was basically a video wishing you all happy Halloween, as well as giving you updates on what's been happening on my channel and why my videos have been coming out so ungodly lately. I do honestly apologize for that, and if you want the full story on why I have been doing that, just go and check out the video. It'll give you all the answers, and it will explain it pretty deeply. And speaking of checking out things, have you checked out Lord Bung yet? If you haven't, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. He's been on every single one of these videos. All you have to do is click him, he'll send you right to his page. He has pretty good animations. It's like an entire TV show. Seriously, please go check him out. He has 5 baby Tyrannosaurus Rexes, and if he doesn't feed them soon, he will die. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I will see you on the next video tomorrow. As always, Whiplash, signing out.